The second question is what does it mean? So the first one is asking about what Emma's favorite proverb is. Then on the second question, it is asking for the meaning of Emma's favorite proverb.
Yes.
Okay, so there are two people. So there's Thomas and Emma. Which part would you like to read?
I will be Emma.
Okay, Emma. Okay, I'll be Thomas. Okay, let's start. You have any favorite proverbs, Emma?
I really like laughter is the best medicine.
Okay, this word here. Okay, I'll underline it here.
Laughter,
So, laughter. Not okay. It's not laughter. It's laugh. After.
laughter,
Yes, like laughing. So laughter.
uh, laughter. Yeah.
Okay, so I really like laughter is the best medicine. Okay. What does it mean to you?
It reminds me to find humor during difficult times.
Okay. So here's another word, humor. Like the use.
Humor,
Yes, humor.
find humor. Yeah.
Very good. Okay. What about charity begins at home? What do you think it means?
I think it means that the most important thing is to care for our family, for your own family.
Okay, very good. I'm trying to learn lots of proverbs, but it takes me a long time.
Don't worry, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Okay, very good. So that was the conversation. Okay, so let's go back to the questions. Okay, 1 minute, 1 moment here. Something means thing. Okay. Okay, so the first question is what is Emma's favorite proverb?
Emma's favorite proverb is laughter is the best medicine.
Very good. Laughter is the best medicine. And what does laughter is the best medicine mean?
Uh, it reminds me to find humor during difficult times.
Okay, so it means that okay, it for her it reminds her to find humor in difficult times. That's very good. Okay, so sometimes when you're feeling sad or you're feeling there are difficult times like you're having a hard time at work or having a hard time at home. You try to find humor. Humor is what makes things funny. Humor.
Mhm.
So you
Yes.
make things funny or fun so that even though it's difficult, you might feel it less difficult because you are happy inside. You are feeling happy. Okay. Okay, and so that was the those two questions. Now let's go to letter B. Okay, so in letter B it says okay, we finished practicing the conversation. Let's find the best places, sentences below to the conversation and practice it again. Okay, so there are four sentences. Okay, and then four
Yeah.
blanks as well. Okay, so let's look at the first blank. Okay, I really like laughter is the best medicine. Blank. What do you think is the best sentence for the first blank?
Mm, I think number four. People say laughing heals.
Mm, no. Try again. No, it's not the correct answer.
Maybe in, number 3. I try to live by two words.
By those words.
By those. By those.
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 Yes, I try to live by those words. Okay, now let's go ahead and look next the next blank. Okay, it says Emma says it reminds me to find humor during difficult times. So, what do you think is the best sentence to put there?
I think number 2. It's hard to remember them all.
No, try again.
Mhm.
No, it's not the correct answer.
So number 4. People say laughing hell.
Yes, so that is the best place for number 4. Very good. Okay, I'll write number 4 here. Okay, then the third blank, Emma says, I think it means that the most important thing is to care for your own family.
Number 1. In other words, push family first.
Very good. Number 1. Okay, and of course, now the last blank, Thomas said, I'm trying to learn lots of proverbs, but it's taking me a long time.
It's hard to remember them all.
Yes, it's hard to remember them all. Okay, so, oh, wait. I'm just fixing my watch. Okay, so okay, so it's number 2. Okay, very good. So that was the conversation. So is there anything here in the conversation? Yes?
Maybe today your skin is not good, bad,
Oh, the
not
screen is,
not clear. Yeah, not clear.
yes, it's
Yeah.
not very clear. I'm very sorry about that. Maybe it's the internet connection. Maybe it's my internet connection right now. Because maybe some of my family is using it as well. So I'm sorry about that. Yes.
Philippine internet maybe not good, not good, not good. More Vietnam
Yeah,
because your country is so many Iceland. I think that.
I'm sorry, what was that? My country has so many.
Iceland. Um,
Oh, can you write that down?
yes, yes. I will try Iceland. Uh,
Oh, this one? Islam?
no, 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 no. Let
Oh,
me.
Island. Ah, you're saying island.
Eastern. I don't want Iceland. Yes, because this main reason for install capping, internet capping.
This one? Island?
Yes, 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 Iceland.
Okay,
Yes.
so no, it's not Iceland. The S, you do not pronounce the S. So it's island.
Island. Yes.
Yes. Maybe maybe that's true. Maybe that's the reason why my internet is not our internet is not very good. But there are also I think there are also other reasons why internet in the Philippines is not very good. but right now the main reason why the picture is not very clear is because there are other people using the internet at home right now, so that's why it's a little bit slow. So anyway, you still have the book, right? So it's clear there in your so you can use your book if you cannot see the pages or you can't see it clearly in Skype.
CD 230.
Oh, oh, CD 30? No, not yet. We'll listen to that later. Let's go to language boosters first in page 65.
Yes.
Oh, before we go to the language booster, I would like to ask you: are there any words or expressions in the conversation that you do not understand?
I think humor, teacher.
Oh, humor. Yeah. So humor. It's like it's almost it's similar to the word joke.
The same with funny, teacher.
Uh, no, joke. The word joke.
Joke.
Yes. Do you know what joke is?
Joke. Mm. Ah. Yeah, yes. I know.
Okay, so yeah, so humor is like your it's the funny feeling. Okay, so when you're laughing or when you're laughing and so when you're laughing you're feeling very happy about something very funny. So so
Mm.
that is humor. And also if people make
Ah.
jokes, people laugh, right? So they're almost similar. Humor. So when Emma said it, it reminds me to find humor during difficult times. So difficult times means means hard times, or you are having a hard time, like when you are doing a project and you're very busy. So sometimes it's you're very tired after work, so that those are difficult times.
Mm.
So she says that you have to find humor, so you have to find something funny so that you will laugh, so you will feel happy. Okay, you will feel happy, and
Yes, yes.
then you will not feel you won't feel bad about the difficult times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so that is humor. Okay,
Mm, yes, yes.
any other words that you don't understand?
I think I understand, teacher.
Okay, now let's go to the next page, page 65, language booster. Okay, so it says here, notice the different ways we ask about and say what something means. Okay, so I'll zoom in so it might be so it can get a little bit clearer, or you might be able to read the example. So here on the left side, it's these are examples of asking what something means. Okay, so first one, do you know what it means? Okay, so it's very simple. Okay, so if you're asking about what something means, then you can just ask, what do you know what it means? Or what does it mean to you? Or another one is, do you have any idea what it means? Or what do you think it means? So all of these questions are have mean the same. They are just asking what something means. So these are examples. These are examples of asking what something means. And then here on the right side, okay, so these are examples of saying what something means. So if someone asks you about using one of these four questions, you can answer by saying it means, and then what? what you think it means. So it means laugh and you'll feel better, or it could mean, yeah, put family first. Or I think it means. Okay, so these are three examples. So it means, or it mean to, or I think it means. So you can use any of these three to answer the questions, or the last one. Is uh, the last one is it reminds me to find humor during difficult times. So it
Mhm.
reminds me. Okay, it reminds me. Then your meaning. So it reminds me. You can say it reminds me to laugh and you'll feel better, or it reminds me to. So yeah, so it reminds me to, or it reminds me to laugh so that I'll feel better. Okay, so these are some of the examples of saying what something means. Okay, so
Yes.
any questions about the language booster?
I think easy, teacher.
Okay, very good. If you find it easy, then very good. Okay, so here, take turns asking and saying what these. Okay, so here, taking turns asking and saying what these proverbs mean. I would like you to try. I would like you to try to give what your idea, or what do you think these proverbs mean. Okay, so the first proverb is beauty is only skin deep. What do you think? What do you think, or what do you think this does this mean? Beauty is only skin deep.
Mm, that is just guess. I just guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, just guess. Just guess.
mm, Indeed. Mm, mm, I don't know, teacher. I can guess this. I mean, this
Yeah, yes.
proverb mean. I
Yeah.
think maybe it mean about about the same with Vietnam. So, uh, Vietnam have a proverb
Hmm?
like that. It uh, good good wooden are more painted wooden.
Okay. I'm sorry. Can you say that again? Yeah, the Vietnamese proverb.
Yeah, yes. Maybe let me translate from Vietnam to English. Maybe that's
Yeah.
wooden goose is better with painted. Maybe like this.
Wooden good is better with painted. Okay. So wood is good. Or wood is better painted. Something like that. Okay. Or wood is
Like
better.
it means the outside beautiful not important with inside beautiful. Yes.
Yes, okay, very good. So that is actually the exact meaning of beauty.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
only
sure,
skin.
ready?
Yes. So
Ah,
that is the same. They have the same meaning. So when you say
ah,
skin deep, sometimes because there are some people, a lot of people actually, that are when you look at them, you see them, they look beautiful. Okay, on the outside, their face looks beautiful, but when you talk to them and when you get to know them, when you get to know their personality, you will see that their personality is not great. They have bad personality. They are actually bad people. They're beautiful people, but they're bad people. So that is why they said beauty is only skin deep.
ah, yeah.
So all good people are good looking people. So there might be some ugly people who have good personalities. So, but also there are some good looking people, beautiful and handsome people that have good personalities, but not all. So
Ah,
there are also some beautiful and handsome people that have bad personalities.
ah.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Love is blind.
It means when some people loving, they maybe they cannot see clearing about something. Oh,
Okay, so I think I understand what you're trying to say. Yeah, so actually, that is almost the meaning. Yeah, so sometimes when you love a person,
mm,
when people are in love with another person, they they sometimes don't see that person is already doing something wrong. Okay, so
mm,
of that person, you sometimes you are blind. You do not see what you tend to ignore ignore the things that they are doing wrong. So that is what they say love is blind. So there are actually two meanings. So that is the first meaning. And also there is one that when you say love is blind, that sometimes you so there are people um uh who who love people not because they're handsome or beautiful. Sometimes some people fall in love even if the other person is ugly. It is because that their personality is good. Okay, so they have a
yeah.
good personality. So just like in beauty is only skin deep. So that is the second meaning. So you can use either you can use love is blind for either of those meanings. So when you say so sometimes um just for example, I am a girl and I am in love with a man, and then I know that then in after a few years or after I I find out that the man is a thief, or he
Mm,
steals from other people, and then I ignore that he steals from other people because I love him. I love that person. So that is the first meaning. Love is blind.
yeah.
Okay, so that is
I think
that was actually your explanation also, right? So you don't see clearly what you so sometimes if you love a person, you're not thinking clearly anymore if you about that person. So even if
yes.
the person is already doing something wrong, you ignore that just because you're in love with that person.
Yes.
Okay, and the last one, every cloud has a silver lining.
Mm, I think cloud is beautiful. It has like
Okay, so actually this is missing a word. this proverb. So it's
Yes, yes, yes.
dark. Okay, every dark cloud has a
Mm-hmm.
silver lining.
Every dark.
Yes, dark. Opposite of light. So every dark cloud has a silver lining. So, what do you think it means?
Mm, let me see. Let's see. I think it means the same with uh, it mm, then within in so many difficult time already have a good time maybe the
Okay.
same.
Yes, very good. So, yes, so is that is what it means. So, when you say every dark cloud, so when you say every dark cloud, it means that difficult times. Dark cloud here means means difficult times. So, during difficult times, there are silver lining. Is it means that there is something good. Okay, so for example, in your work, so you say that you have a lot of projects. So you have a lot of projects. It is a very difficult time because you are very busy every day. Okay, so but so it might be difficult, but in the end, the silver lining there, or the good thing there, is that in the end, you will get a lot of your after doing all of the after completing all those projects, your clients will be happy, and then your company will get paid. Then of course, after
Mhm.
your company gets paid, you also get sometimes, I'm not sure, but sometimes maybe you will get bonuses, or yeah, additional pay for the good job that you have done for that project.
Oh, yes, I see.
So that is what every dark cloud has a silver lining means. Okay, so that was our language booster. Now let's go to listening. Okay, so here. Oh, here are more proverbs, and let's try to guess what they mean. Okay, before we listen to the five people, let's look at letter A. Look at these proverbs and tell me, what do you think they mean? So here, letter A. Look before you leap.
I think it means um, mm, checking checking maybe when before you're doing something you must to
Yes.
checking so many times.
Yes, very good. That's what that's what it mean. That's what exactly means, or that's exactly what it means. Okay, so when you say look before you leap, it means that before you do something, you have to check the information, or try to see first if it's okay, if it's safe, or if people might get hurt, or people will get angry, or if it's a good thing to do that before you do it. So you
Yes,
have to
yes,
check all of the information first before you do something.
yes,
Okay, so you think to think about what you are going to do before you do it.
yes.
Okay, now letter B. Easy come, easy go.
I think it means is if something 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 maybe this if you make a lot of money easy, maybe you can you can I understand about it, but let me see what do you
Ah, I see. Yeah. So it's hard for you to explain. Okay, so yeah, so sometimes so what you're trying to say is almost exactly what it means. So easy come, easy go. So sometimes when you get something very easily, like money, if you get money very easily, you spend it easily too. So you lose it very easily, or you lose it very quick because it's easy come. It came easily to you, so you don't mind if it goes away easily also. So sometimes it would be better if you work hard for something so that it will have a meaning to you, and what you get when you work hard for something, when you get that, uh, it will be very hard for you to let it go. So,
yes.
for example, you are working, so the money that you are getting from work, because you worked hard for the for your salary, it means that you are very careful in spending your money.
Yes.
So, okay, so that is the perfect example of easy come, easy go. Okay, how about letter C? Don't judge a book by its cover. So this is a very famous proverb. Don't judge a book by its cover.
I think it mean is you don't say some you don't say something not good about mm, maybe you don't say inside of some people not good if you see outside
Mm.
I understand, but sorry, I cannot to know how to say it.
Okay, so he,
It is the same with beauty is only skin deep, maybe yes.
yes, yes, very good. So beauty is yeah, so it's almost similar, or it's almost the same with don't judge a book by its cover. So when you say don't judge a book by its cover, it means that you don't say things, or you don't yes, you don't judge something just by looking at it. So yeah, so just like what I explained, just because something looks or just but it doesn't mean that just because someone looks beautiful, or someone looks beautiful, she's already a good person. Or if someone looks ugly, you will say that um, so if someone looks ugly, they're already a bad person. So that is don't judge a book by its cover. So you have to know the person first, so that you will be able to judge them, or you will be able to know if they are a good person or a bad person. Okay, or also it doesn't have to be things. I mean, it doesn't have to be people. It can also be things. So it doesn't mean that if it looks shiny, then it's the item the some that thing is has good quality. So it might be it only looks shiny on the outside, but when you try to use it, it breaks down, or it breaks right away. So you have to test it first. You have to test it first if it's working properly, to know that it is a good good item, or it's a good thing. that
Yes.
Something good. Okay, so that was letter C. Let's go to letter D. Actions speak louder than words. What do you think this means?
Mm, I think it means is doing important more saying.
Yeah, so doing is more important than saying. So sometimes there are people that talk a lot or say a lot of things, but they don't
Yeah.
do anything. So there are some people that say they should do this, they should do that, but they're not doing anything. But there are some
Yeah.
people that doesn't talk at all. They just do and do things. So that is why uh, that is what the meaning of actions speak louder. Actions speak louder than words is. So instead of saying what should be done, it is better for you to do instead of saying what should
Yeah.
be. Okay, how about letter E? Great minds think alike.
Mm, it means is example. I have a good idea, and you have a good idea too. So yeah. So you and me share share idea together. So the
Okay,
same idea. Yes.
okay, so yeah, it might be a similar idea. Okay, yes, very good. That is somehow that is a little bit the meaning of what this proverb means. Okay, so great minds think alike. What this means is that um, when smart people or both people who are smart or good at something, um, they will agree on good ideas. So, for example, you and me. So, for example, we are doing a job and we are both good at doing that. If you have a good idea, I will actually agree on that idea.
Mm.
Okay, or also if I have a good idea, sometimes you will agree, or maybe sometimes we will not agree with our of each of our ideas. However, we our goal, the goal that we have is the same. So that's why great minds think alike. So it's like they are thinking of they are both thinking same, almost similar ways of doing things. So that's what great minds think alike. And the last one, letter F. Don't cry over spilled milk. What do you
Mm.
think does this proverb mean?
I think it mean is you don't stress, you don't stress with the normal thing. Uh, uh, um, it mean is we don't complain, we don't complain with when you miss the normal thing. Maybe
Okay, yes. So yeah, that is somehow the exact meaning of don't cry over spilled milk.
this
So
mean this mean like you we don't lie the same with a baby.
yeah, yeah. So yes, that was a very good idea of what this means. Okay, so what don't cry over means is that, sir, for example, something bad happens. Okay, so you don't cry or you don't be sad and not do anything anymore
Yes.
about because of what happened. So instead of being sad or being or not doing anything, you try to just continue with what you are doing or do. So just for example, you have a client. Okay, so I'm trying to make an example using your work. So you have a client and you have a project for the client, and then the client suddenly is not happy anymore with your work, and they have a lot of complaints about your work, and then um, they they say that they will stop being your clients. They pull out, and they are not your clients anymore. They go away. They find another company to have business with. So you don't be sad, you shouldn't be sad about it, and you don't do anything anymore. What you do is you find another client, find another project for instead of being sad with that one client. You find another client to have another project, and you try to do better. You try to do
Mhm.
better so that your new client will be happy with your work. So that is what don't cry over spilled milk means.
Yeah.
Okay, so or sometimes okay, so this is also perfect since you have a family. If for example your son did something wrong, instead of getting angry and shouting at your son or your child, instead of doing that over and over again, you try to teach them what try to teach them what the right thing to do is. You explain to them that what they did was wrong, and then tell them how to do it right next time.
Mhm. Yes.
So that is what
Okay.
don't cry over spilled milk means.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so perfect. So those were the six proverbs for listening. So anyway, it's already time. So we'll end the class here. I'll just leave the letter B as a homework. So if you have time, please try to do this. Try to answer letter B. So listen. Five people are discussing different situations. Which proverb would be appropriate to say to them? Number the proverbs from part A from 1 to 5. There's one extra. So there are six, and there are six proverbs, and there are only five people. So there's only excuse me. There's excuse me. There's one extra there's one extra proverb. Okay, and then we'll check your answers on our next class. That will be on Wednesday. Okay, so for now, have a good afternoon, Mr. Kwan, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of
Okay. Thank you,
the night.
teacher. See you. Yeah.